Libra, how are you? I'm sorry it took so long. It's a crazy week, and now I'm trying to jam all my videos in 2 nights. I'll do a video on what's been up this week, but just have so much on my plate right now. But anyway, this is your part 1, what's going to happen for your summer love story. And I'm saying it like a story because I don't know which one you, the viewer, are. Oh my God, Mercury retrograde, is that over yet? Anyway, so this side is divine feminine, this side is divine masculine. I'm going to read both. Whatever side sounds like you, that's the energy you're in. Whatever side doesn't sound like you, that's your person. So take what side is true to your story, take what resonates to you, and leave what does not. So part 1 of the summer is from now until late July. So this could happen anytime between there, but I did break it down into 3 parts. Part 1 is from now until like first week of July. Middle is first week of July till middle of July. And then part 3 is mid-July to late July. So I tried to narrow it down a little bit. So I'm going to try to give you as many characteristics of the person so you really know which side is you and what side is your person, because your energies can flop. Just because you're a female doesn't mean you're a divine feminine, and just because you're a male doesn't mean you're a divine masculine. This is energy, not gender. I know it gets confusing because it says masculine and feminine, and as the 3D world, everything is based upon masculine and feminine as in sex, but not in tarot and not in fortune telling. It's energy. Okay, so let's, since it's summer and we can all go out and do things, and a lot of events for us middle to low class families is bring your own beer. Well, I tried this. It is made by Smeared Off Ice. It's a screwdriver, plain straight up screwdriver. To me, it tastes like Tang, like the old school Tang with vodka. I love it. And don't get mad at me about these straws, because I am against plastic straws now, but I've had these in my drawer since I did daycare, which is like years ago, and I'm just trying to use them. And then I use them to help in the garden to make my plants grow up, so I'm recycling them. Don't kill me. They're just in my drawer and I have to use them. I'm never going to buy them again. Anyway, so you should try it. It's delicious. It's cheap. Not too cheap where it's like, but I like it. Tangy. Okay. It's not the vodka, it's not like orange juice, but it is. It tastes like Tang. I don't know how else to say it. But at first, like, I haven't drank Tang in years, so it's like, it also wakes you up a little bit. Easy. Screwdriver's kind of like my go-to. Cranberry and vodka too. So I know that's a lot of people go-tos. I'm recommending it. It's delicious. Okay, so let's talk about divine feminine's characteristics. This is how the divine masculine views the divine feminine at first. When you first get together, first meet. If you're already in a relationship, this could just be how they're viewing you when you first met or now. Ooh, Mother Teresa, so like saintly, like you give back to people, you're a humanitarian, a giver. The submissive, but you're I don't feel like this is like a sexual submissive. This is like somebody who gives in, might allow themselves to be a doormat, not because they're like, hey, treat me like a doormat, but they're just such a giver, they don't realize it until that 5-6 times go by and you're like, wait a minute, this person's always asking me for stuff. So I feel like they always are used in some way, used up. And the lunch lady, to me, this talks about somebody who could be like middle-aged, doesn't have to be, or somebody who could be cook, chef, doesn't have to be a lunch lady, but somebody who likes to feed people and, take care of people nutrition-wise. And how the divine feminine actually is, but the divine masculine doesn't see it just yet. Divine feminine, the shining star. So you're like you could have that it factor, that star quality. You could be a famous person. Hello to my channel if you are. But or it could just be they're about to get a glow up, about to hit it big, or doing well in business as well. Mulan. Ooh, in a man's world. Like, think of the story Mulan. She dressed as a boy. It was in a male job, and she proved herself. So she could have, I keep saying she, but divine feminine doesn't have to be a she. Somebody who's in a different gender's job and doing well and having to prove themselves or have already proved themselves. And the ballerina, to me, ballet, I was a ballerina for a long time. It's hard work, it's diligence, it's discipline. This is somebody who likes structure and kind of goes along with life like a dance. Is graceful about it. All right, and how the divine feminine sees the divine masculine at first? Ooh, the party animal. So like fuck boy, fuck girl energy. Just for a good time. Doesn't necessarily have to be a negative, but not somebody who's serious. This doesn't mean this is how they actually are. This is just how the divine feminine is viewing them at first. The devil. Ooh, got a dark side. Troublesome. I'm getting those bad boy energies. Like, I don't feel like you're the actual devil, divine masculine. I just feel like, oh, that one's trouble, is what I'm getting. And then Mr. Optimistic, however, they see you as someone who always has a good point of view, always trying to think the best. So although you're a little bit of a devil, you have a good attitude. So the divine masculine, how they really are, that the divine feminine. One second. Hello, space. Sheesh. One of them days. Sorry about that. I was making sure I turned it on. Anyway, how the divine masculine really is that the divine feminine doesn't see. Ooh, the tattletale. Not someone that you can trust with your gossip. I feel like this one's a little bit of a pot stirrer, but it could also mean that the tattletales, they want to confess feelings. There's somebody who confesses themselves easily. They could tattletale on themselves. The running back, trying to change things. They could have been a runner at some point, or they run when situation gets too tough. This is a very wounded masculine, somebody who's been through a lot of trauma. And then the cowboy, they are a tough person. Like, think about a cowboy. You know, it's not an easy job, and just to become a cowboy, you get ridiculed and hazed in ways you wish you never wanted your worst enemy to be hazed. It's hard to be a cowboy. It's a hard life. So I feel like they've had a hard life, but they have those calloused hands, so to speak, when it comes to life. They can handle some shit. They can handle a heavy workload and a heavy responsibility. So divine feminine over here is mentor. They could be a spiritual person, spiritual teacher, or helping this divine masculine in some way. It could have been a friend, somebody who worked with them through career or was trying to help counsel them. And then divine masculine has child magical. So although they're like a daredevil crazy person, they're like stuck in that kid teen energy, like, let's just go out and do some shit. Like, there's that childlike magical sense to them. They believe in all things. They believe in aliens. They can believe in anything that's possible. They never lost their child imagination, and they have an excitement for life like a child would, which is beautiful. So although there's a dark side to this masculine, there is an attraction here from the divine feminine because they are more free. Like, here's the divine feminine who likes to be stuck to a routine or is more comfortable with long-term planning, and then you have divine masculine over here who kind of just flies by the seat of their pants. So you're kind of exact opposites. So it's going to take you a minute to really get to know each other. But let's talk about energies. Just put this up here. What energy is the divine feminine giving to the divine masculine? Lalita, the red goddess. Playfulness, but also powerful. This divine feminine knows their worth, knows their shit, won't take anybody's shit, but also has a very feminine, womanly nature that's sweet. But there is a lot of sexual energy that the divine feminine is giving off to the divine masculine here. Let's talk about divine feminine's feelings, embracing your power. So when you two first come together, divine feminine is doing really well, having this glow up, overcoming challenges, and really believing in themselves, having the inner glow up, if you will. Like, I can be okay on my own. I can do things by myself, like somebody who stands on their own 2 feet, which maybe they haven't their whole life, and now are embracing this independence. So let's talk about, let's not lose all the masculine cards. Because this is so short, I had to move my thing closer, so I have even smaller of a space to work with. Alright, so what energy is the divine masculine giving off to the divine feminine? Thesila? These names are difficult. Thesila. How do you say it? I don't know. The prophetess of true power. Also standing in their power. You both see each other as a powerhouse person. Somebody who's confident in their skin, but also has that power about them. Other people are seeing it. You could both have star quality. You could be a power couple here. Recognizing a match. Let's talk about feelings from the divine masculine. Ask with sincerity. I feel like they're going to ask you to dance, or ask if they can buy you a drink, or ask if they can sit down and talk to you, or go to dinner. But they're just like, who is this divine feminine? I want to spend some time with you. And divine feminine's over here like, I'm going to stand in my power. Like, they see the divine masculine as somebody who's fun and extravagant in good times, but not really willing to settle down and be serious. So they're kind of like, no, I've already done the fuck boy, fuck girl thing. I don't want it. But they're not seeing just yet the true nature of divine masculine at this point. So they kind of have their guard up. Like, I don't want this kind of relationship. I'll be friends with you, but I don't want to be just a romp in the hay. And divine masculine's over here like, I don't know what to do here. Like, usually they just want to romp in the hay, but now they want to go on dates. So you're both kind of like a little bit struck by each other. All right, let's talk about feelings for divine feminine in the beginning. Feeling a spiritual connection. Like, this is a big, like, how do I explain this? I don't know if it's like love at first sight, but recognizing that this person is meant to come in their life and leave a big impact. Like, oh no, like, is this, I'm not sure if is this the one energy, but this is like, oh boy, I'm in trouble. This is not going to be easy to get out of or get into. There's some warning bells going off, good and bad. Hummingbird, again, they're trying to just hold their ground. Like, they feel this divine masculine is very good at talking people into things and making it seem romantical and fun. So they're trying to be steady and be like, remember, you don't want just fuck boy, fuck girl relationship. You want something solid. So be solid and don't cross a line. So they might not be giving up any kisses or sexual advances at this time because they still have their guard up. But they are fun and playful. They want to build the friendship, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to stay steady and not make this sexual, to see how long this person, this divine masculine, is going to keep coming around to test them. Is it just about sex? Is it just about the conquest? But they do have a lot of fun, so they do want to spend time with you. It's not like they're testing you the whole time, but I don't feel like they're allowing any romantic feelings at this time to at least show. Alright, so divine masculine over here is vulture, flying above, like just trying to hover this divine feminine. Like, maybe they say no to dates a few times. Like, no, I don't, a few times. Like, no, I don't want to go out. No, like, you're not my type, or you're not what I'm looking for, or we're not on the, like, here's divine masculine, like, but give me a chance. So they're trying to maybe find out where this divine feminine hangs out and try to bump into them, or sending them texts like, come on, please just give me a chance. Like, just go on one date. And if you hate it, we never have to go on a date again, but give me a chance. They're like, please, please give me a chance over here. Yeah, they see the divine feminine as someone very special. Pearl, and like they stumbled across the one oyster that had a pearl in it, and they're excited. This is a special connection. They're recognizing that you're different from the rest. But they're also hiding, I think they're still trying to be in Playboy, keep it light energy, but I feel like it's a little bit intimidating to them as well, because they are in the energy of they just want to have fun. They could have come out of a relationship when they have issues too, but this is them recognizing that they're going to have to face that, because I think they do want a commitment. They're more advanced when it comes to Divine Feminine. They're like, this is something that I want to try, and Divine Feminine's like, I don't even want to try. So it's like you're kind of starting off on the wrong page, but it's a miscommunication. It's because you don't know each other just yet. So details, we have say yes to the dress. I feel like eventually Divine Feminine is going to say yes to the date and go on a date with you. Spring cleaning. I feel like when you guys do have this date, they're going to be asking a lot of questions. Like, they want to find out who you really are. They don't want you to be an act. Like, they don't want the whole wine and dine, get me home to your bed spiel. So they're going to be a little bit more real. This is like cleaning out the bullshit to me. Like, are you a fuckboy? What are you about? Like, this is what I want. What do you want? Not like in a drill sergeant mean way, but they're not going to be easy to, they're not going to be like the other women that swoon and wind up in your bed. You're going to have to work for this one. And the battle cry, they're putting up the fight. Like, it's not like they don't want to have sex with you, because I do feel sexual energy coming from the Divine Feminine, but I feel like they're saying it's been a mistake of mine to just fall into a relationship sexually, and then you get attached because of sexual reasons, but really at the end of the day you have nothing in common and you don't really like each other. So this Divine Feminine is recognizing in themselves that they want to do things better this time. It's not just about punishing the Divine Masculine or testing them. They also have their own hang-ups about rushing into things. So they're like, no, right now we're not being sexual. If you want to hang out, if you want to get to know each other, I'm cool with that. But they might give that ultimatum like, this isn't about sex. I want to be friends for a while first. And I kind of feel like Divine Masculine isn't against that. But we'll see. The lie detector test. They're going to feel like they're under a pressure cooker, especially when they come to the date. They're definitely, with the spring cleaning, they're definitely going to feel like Divine Feminine is trying to find out the truth, asking questions, recognizing that they like, oh my god, nobody asked me this many questions, or like they genuinely want to know my true side. And I feel like this person is like, whereas in other dates they would just make bullshit up, like, yeah, just to get them home. But I think they want to tell the truth and they want to be honest. But I feel like they have some kind of reservations about relationships too. With this lie detector test, I feel like some cheating energy or used, like they could have been with somebody who is narcissistic or a cheater. So they're also kind of digging a little bit. I think you're both on the same page where you want to take things slower, but Divine Masculine has more feelings and they're putting more of themselves out, and Divine Feminine's kind of being a little bit cold. But ultimately, you both want to take it slow. If I could communicate today. The stork. Ooh. So this could be a new beginning, or this could be maybe Divine Masculine wants to have babies, or there could be a drama of another person coming forward like, I'm pregnant. But the stork to me is like new energy, new beginnings. So I feel like after this date, it's going to be a positive new beginning, or you could get pregnant on this date. So I would be careful. Whiplash. This happens very fast. It's like Divine Masculine is so caught up in their feelings, like, yes, I finally found someone that I'm like juiced up about, all the right places. But at the same time, they're very fearful. So they have whiplash from one being so intense with their feelings and changing their life, but I feel like this is going to be like a whole 180-degree spin for them. Like, they're not going to be a fuckboy playboy anymore. They're not just about, or fuck girl, they're not just about casual. So that could be talking about a very quick change in the direction, like it's going to give people whiplash. This divine masculine who entered the summer all like, I'm not settling down and getting a relationship, is now like, the relationship thing, I was wrong. You know what I mean? So that's good. Good. Let's go to the mid part of your summer. What energy is the divine feminine giving to the divine masculine? Pope Joan, the pontiff of possibilities. Pontiff, not pontiff. Feeling like this is possible, like hopeful that this relationship can happen. Grieve your losses here. Ooh, I don't know if you guys messed around before. I hate to say it, but there could be a miscarriage here. Or another person that they had pregnant might come back in the picture. So maybe divine feminine might feel like this is over a little bit. But to me, grieve your losses. Remember how I said divine feminine has a lot of reservations, how they jumped in the gun and, just got into sexual things with men and found out they didn't have anything common. This could be grieve their losses, finally getting over exes, putting all their energy into this. We'll get more. What energy is the divine masculine giving to the divine feminine? Ariadne, Dane, whatever. Mistress of the Labyrinth. Kind of looking like a guide, trying to be a guide in the momentum of this relationship. It's like divine feminine has kind of put the ball in divine masculine's court. They're just kind of going day by day, and divine masculine is the one like, okay, we're going to do like a planner. It's like they're trying to plan dates and things to do to keep navigating through this relationship, but there's a lot of issues with trusting each other still. So it's a little bit of a maze getting to know each other. I don't feel like it's very toxic or stressful. I just feel like you both have your guard up, so it's like kind of digging to get some things out. But this divine masculine's trying to communicate and navigate through that labyrinth of getting to know each other. Face your adversaries. So maybe there is someone coming in here. It could be somebody they have a kid with, either one of you coming in. I do feel like some karmic energy. But adversaries in this, I feel like, is facing those roadblocks when you both get stubborn and you have your guards up and you're not moving forward in the relationship because you're not putting romantic feelings, you're not connecting. That's facing those adversaries like, listen, I can feel you pulling away from me and I'm pulling away from you, and it's not going to work unless we tell each other how we're really feeling. So to me, adversaries in this aspect is trying to get over each other's fears about committing and giving yourself to each other. Let's talk about feelings. Divine feminine is a lot more gentle in the middle. They're not so icy. They're more cuddly, willing to... I feel like sexual things could be happening now. I feel like they're dropping their guard on that. Yeah, transforming this relationship, and they see this into a positive transformation. So although you're kind of bumping heads personality-wise, as far as relationships, this is going well, going in the right direction. Feeling a big spiritual connection. Trying to see the long haul of where you guys are going to end up. This person is a planner, remember. So feelings about the divine masculine. They want to have a pet. They want to have a family with this divine feminine. They see this as their person. I'm going to have a family with you. I want to protect you. I want to have a cave with you. Like, this is family vibes. Feeling spiritual connection, a spiritual connection as well. There might be a lot of gossip about the two of you going on. It's like crows. They talk to each other. Ooh. Feeling like they're being watched or hunted in some sense. This could be like people watching you. Maybe you're coming out openly as a couple, or this is them watching the Divine Feminine. I think it's more about the issues between you guys both being guarded people and not letting each other in. It's like this person, this Divine Masculine, is going to continue to swim circles around the Divine Feminine until they drop their guard. they're in it for the long haul. So they also want the Divine Feminine to feel comfortable enough to do that. So I don't feel like this is like they're hunting you to take a big bite out of you. They're just hunting to get you to be yourself. All right, what's going on with the Divine Feminine? We have the separation. So maybe they're leaving other relationships, or maybe you're taking some time apart to figure this out. The grind, or you could be working. Maybe Divine Feminine has to go away for a work trip or focused on work and shed my skin. But they're opening up. They're opening up, shedding that skin, letting you in, Divine Masculine. But I do feel like maybe a work trip is involved, or you can't spend as much time. Maybe you're only spending evenings together, or one of you is getting separated from another partner. What's going on in the Divine Masculine? The blame game. Ooh, karmic energy. And then playing catch. Ooh. Divine Masculine is trying to keep the Divine Feminine and keep their karmic in this energy. I feel like the Divine Feminine knows about this. I don't feel like this is something they're doing in a scandalous way. I feel like this could be a third-party situation. Divine Feminine could be walking into a relationship with a Divine Masculine who has a spouse or a long-term. They know it's over, but not exactly over yet. Could be going through a divorce. Could be going through a separation. They're going through it with their karmic. They're trying to, maybe they have children with playing catch. They're trying to balance taking their kids and dealing with the separation and starting this relationship. I really don't feel like they're being scandalous or cheaty. I feel like the Divine Feminine is aware of this because we have the grind and the separation. So maybe Divine Feminine stepping back to allow the Divine Masculine to figure this out. The Black Rose, yeah, they're trying to end a different relationship. So let's go into the end to find out what's going on here. We have Lilith. The energy from the Divine Feminine is giving to the Divine Masculine, the first woman. Like, I'm not going to be second to anyone, so you need to figure your shit out. This is the energy. It comes from the middle where they're willing to wait this out and willing to work, but now towards the end they want a definitive answer because I feel like the Divine Masculine is continuing to go like I need to make them happy so I have time with my kids, but I also love you and I want to make this work. And now Divine Feminine, they're realizing, doesn't want this go-between, wants you to make a decision. They want to be true to themselves. They want to be loved correctly. They only want to take what serves them, and they're not sure at this time if Divine Masculine is up for that. What energy is the Divine Masculine giving off to the Divine Feminine? Achilleanda, the goddess of never not broken. Just seeing the Divine Masculine going through a hard time, recognizing it breaks his heart to do that to the Divine Feminine, put them in the third party, and it breaks their heart that this family is ending, especially if they have kids. They're torn in two directions. They weren't expecting this love situation to come in. Maybe they were separated when you met from a spouse, but now the spouse comes back in the middle and is like, we need to see where this goes, or we need to get a divorce or whatever, so they're going to have to get involved with them again. But now towards the end, I feel like the Divine Feminine is recognizing there's a lot of stress and recognizing that to lose one is going to hurt regardless, but to lose the Divine Feminine is going to hurt more. Correct your mistakes, yeah. I think they're just focused on being, especially if they have children, they just want to co-parent well, but correct your mistakes as they want to make this up to the Divine Feminine because they are recognizing they are being patient. And they were honest and they were willing to stick it out. But now they've dragged their feet a little too long and they need to make up their minds. Let's talk about feelings. The starfish. Again, talking about the divine feminine glowing up. I feel like this is about work because they were on the grind in the middle part. So something about work is going to be kicking off. They're going to be focused more on that. They're feeling like this relationship, though, it's like a continuous, like, the snake is eating yourself. They're continually going to have to go through this cycle, like a never-ending cycle. They don't feel like you're going to give up your karmic, and it's just going to be pain over and over again, watching you leave to go back to your family. And then we have horse, though, but that spiritual connection, though, they definitely represent strong passion, strong feelings, trying to do the right thing. They're just trying to do the right thing here. I think they feel guilty about loving someone who already has a family or is in a long term. But at the same time, they want you. They love you. So they're like battling themselves. And it's very painful. Let's talk about the divine masculine's feelings. We have zebra. To me, this is showing their stripes, speaking their truth. So although it's difficult, I feel like they are telling the karmic that they do have feelings for you and they want to see where it goes, which is causing some conflict. The karmic might be dragging their feet as far as paperwork, custody, or, trying to get in between this relationship because the karmic is coming from a place of hurt. In this karmic's mind, not that I'm defending them or anything, but in their mind's eye, the divine feminine stole something of theirs. I'm not saying they did, but that's how they're feeling. So they might be a little bit of a problem here. The divine masculine is just trying to make you both happy. Like, I need to be a good dad to my kids, so I need to do what I need to do for that. I have to go to work, and then I have to make room for this divine feminine that I love, and I'm trying to start a life with them. It's like too much on their plate. Trying to do too much. Trying to keep both of you. But they're in their head. Elephants don't forget anything. So they don't forget how encouraging the divine feminine is and supportive and how much they feel. They want to do something big. I feel like they don't know what to do at this point. We'll get more though. Details for what's going on with the divine feminine cat fighting with the karmic. So the karmic is definitely aware of you, divine feminine, coming for you in a big old cat fight. Living on a prayer. Hoping that, scared to lose the divine masculine, hoping that they're doing the right thing, and hoping that the divine masculine picks them. Knife through the heart. Ooh. Feeling rejected. Maybe the divine masculine does pick. We'll find out. The Sabbath. Divine masculine, I feel like, takes a break from both of you at this point to make a decision. Praying about what should I do? What's the right thing? So maybe the knife through the heart to the divine feminine is like, I just actually need a break from both of you. I'm not trying to hurt you, but I need to make the right decision for myself, and I need to think about the big impacts down the road. And in order to do that clearly, I need to be away from both of you. I feel like that's the energy going on. I do feel like you guys have a very open and honest connection. I feel like they kind of lied to the karmic, like, oh, I need to go on a work trip. But with you, they're like, I just need a minute. I feel like this is something divine feminine is understanding of, but the knife in the heart to them, they feel at this moment, you're picking the divine feminine over them. The apology. And then lighten the load. To me, this apology is going to the karmic, like, listen, I know you wanted to try, but I really don't feel like there's anything saving. I have something good here. Lighten the load is dropping the karmic, which might cause you a little bit to have a separation here. But I'm not going to leave you hanging there. We're going to the Urban Tarot to get a full spread. What is Libra's love story? Ooh, yeah. Good way to start. Libra, hold steady. It might not be as bad as you think. Ooh. I like it. Okay. So the High Priestess to me is recognizing a soul connection, both of you from the beginning. Having that intuition that you both need to figure out what this is. That's why you don't walk away from it. You agree eventually, Divine Feminine, to go on the date. You're both aware that this is important. The Game Master is trying to get to know each other, trying to get those guards to drop, which I think creates a lot of sexual energy and fun into the day. I think you like that about each other, that it's not easy. You challenge each other. So you're trying to figure each other out in playful ways. I don't feel like the Game Master here is a negative connotation. We have Valor. You're both willing to fight and you're both trying to do the right thing. And I feel like Spirit's on your side here. You're both willing to put the work in. You're both willing to fight for each other. Divine Feminine is willing to hold off until this family situation is with the karmic, until they figure it out. So the Hermit is when the Divine Masculine takes that time to step away to figure out what they want. And also talking about hiding this relationship, keeping it secret, because you are the Lovers. This is seeing a happy home. This is you guys committing to each other after that. So I feel like this is the Divine Masculine picking you, the Divine Feminine, in the end. And neither one of you are going to be disappointed. You got disappointment in reverse. This is wish fulfillment. Happy of the outcome. You won't be disappointed in the change that comes from that Divine Masculine stepping back. It's going to turn in your favor. So yay! Let me know if this resonated or if you want more of these. I can do them every season if you want. I will be doing a part 2 for you towards the end of July, early August. So look forward to that. Thanks again, Libra. I love, adore, and appreciate you all. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.